basically done. Puma even dropping this force field right here to keep any kind of reinforcements, no matter how insignificant they might be, from coming down. And you know, I guess he just feels like he did enough damage. Thankfully for Puma, he did get this command center away, so he can try to make some sort of comeback, but I really don't think there's a whole lot he can do right now. And KPT, whoever that is, has already left the game. But and look at this, MC gonna go ahead and expand behind this. I really don't see what Puma can possibly do to come back into this game. These Marines do not even have combat shields. If we look at the production, combat shields is coming in. They will be +1 soon enough. Basically, Puma's only hope right now is to get some of the most cost-efficient drops in the world. You know, drop in here and, you know, kill all these probes or something. But I really don't see that happening based on MC's kind of control and things like that. So we'll see what he tries to do here. Dropping a couple more barracks. You know, I don't really feel like there's anything that he can do. He does have a third command center, which could, you know, give him a little bit of an economic boost if he ever finds a point where he can actually use it. And look at this, MC going to go ahead and fly this observer in here. Most likely saw this drop coming in and is going to be very ready for it. Yep, here we go. Even putting these stalkers here just to make sure that he can deny it. And Puma has to be aggressive right now. He has to do something to make sure that MC just doesn't walk all over him right now. If this drop gets sniped, he could be in a lot of trouble. Just because, as much as it is only 8 Marines and a medvac at this point, for him, that's a pretty costly investment. I mean, what is that? 500, yeah, 500 minerals, 100 gas, and yeah, he needs to get out of there right now. And good pickup, good way to get out of there, and excellent job at multitasking. He's going to come down here, see if he can't take out a couple probes, but once again, the Colossus is out. There's just too much by MC right now. Really, the tech is so far ahead, I don't see very much way for Puma to come back into this. Even just leaving this this medvac up here isn't going to do much, because MC knows he's far enough ahead that he can leave these stalkers here and not really be worried about getting out-microed or anything. Or outmassed, I guess is a better way to put it. I kind of like this, though. I like that Puma is leaving these drops here. This will allow him, if he recognizes a push is coming, that he will be able to drop and do a considerable amount of damage really quick, and then hopefully reinforce and come back. But he's gonna, yeah, and here we go. He's gonna start his Viking production. He knows that Colossi are out, so he's gonna need to get quite a few of them. Now, the problem with this for him is this cuts into his medvac production. He doesn't have a second starport up, so he's really only going to have the medvacs that he currently has. He's not going to be able to throw a bunch more in the mix until he gets a healthy number of Vikings to deal with these Colossi. And, you know, trying for another drop, but I guess the plus side is there are only sentries there to do any damage to air. And here we go, dropping down his third base to try and get a little bit more economy going. And, you know, if MC gives him enough time, you know, there is a lot of damage that our Terran player could do right now. He has the ability to do big drops, which it looks like he's about to do a massive one right now, and this base is fairly undefended compared to what kind of drop is coming in. This is 5 medvacs, 3 of which are full, basically, and here we go. This could be Puma's shot. If he can do a considerable amount of damage here, this could be a great hit for him, a good victory that he definitely needs. But look at all these zealots getting warped in by the Protoss player. This is going to buy him enough time to bring in his stalkers. These Colossi will get in here. Puma needs to pick up his army and get out of here if he can. He needs to not lose these units if he can help it at all. And and thankfully for him, only losing the medvac that didn't have anything in it. Now, he did still lose quite a bit, but it could have been worse. If we look at the units lost, he did actually even it out pretty well right there, but you know, he's still pretty far behind in the tech. You know, he's only got Vikings, he's got Vikings, medvacs, marauders, marines. He's only going up to 2-2, whereas at this time the Protoss player has Colossi with the thermal lance. He's going up to charge for his zealots. He's already got blink. He's even got some sentries in the mix. We're going to see him throw down great force fields to block any sort of kiting by the Terran player. And look at that. Oh, beautiful play by those Vikings, softening up those Colossi a little bit before they get here. And MC definitely has the better army, but he still can't just blindly attack this. Puma, if he gets a couple good volleys off on these Colossi, can soften them up quite a bit, and they'll fall pretty easily. Sorry. And look at this, MC going up to 3-3. This army is going to be so deadly, especially with these Archons in the mix. They do a ton of damage, even a little bit of splash to go with it. And here we go, both players just sort of dancing a little bit. It looks like MC has had enough. He's ready to push in and see what he can do. And if he can get a good position on this splash damage, maybe even a couple good storms, this could be all she wrote. And even blinking forward to try and pick off a couple of those Vikings. Those Vikings need to get to work as soon as possible. And the money storms, oh my gosh, all the medvacs are gone. And MC just going to plow through this without any competition. And there we go. There is the GG by Puma, getting knocked out in this first game. Mainly by that first push. I was surprised he didn't GG out right there, but valiant effort, well done to Puma for staying in. I admire that in a player. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys at game number 2.